Hello everyone and welcome back to WolfQuest. It's been a little bit of a break, but we are here with Hurricane, Typhoon, and their pups. We have 3 of them. We will be naming them this time. Oh, hello! We have, Rain resub. Thank you for the resub. I'm just going to make sure that I move this so that I can see. I have to try and shuffle. Unfortunately, I have a pretty good monitor set up here, but I have to try and shuffle around all of my windows to be able to see what's going on. We also got pup names open. Quite a few of those are coming in here, but we will be naming them a little bit later on to give people time to send in their names. So I'm trying to remember where we were at. How did Typhoon get hurt? We fought something, didn't we? Did we fight a bear? I'm guessing we fought a bear. Yeah, I think we're just starting out our day here, aren't we? Alright, well, I suppose we'll send these guys into the den. They're pretty full on food. Were we starting our day or were we finishing it? I do not remember what we were doing. That's the only bad thing about taking breaks like this. Okay, there's an elk herd over here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and really quickly kill one of them and get some extra food for the day. But yeah, that's the one downside to cutting off like that. The puppies are wobbly. Yeah! Oh, that's what it was, is we just started this. Typhoon, are you supposed to be over here? Are they going in the den? Sir. Sir, did you just leave our children? Sir, please do not leave our children in the open. That was not supposed to be... Sir. Okay, that explains why we are what we are. We just fed them, and we're leaving for the first time, and we must have had some events. Okay, they were heading back to the den. They're just taking their sweet time. So no, Typhoon did not abandon our children. He just woofed them back in the den, and they were very slow in getting back there. Oh, 7M, come on! Oh my goodness. Very wobbly babies. It's such a cute little feature to add. Like, I know it's just for the very beginning, but it's such a good feature. It's such a good addition here. Or rolling. I always get paranoid about not turning on my recording. But yeah, welcome back everyone to the streams. We're going to be continuing on here through probably December. I usually will take a break in the winter as well. And switching back and forth between Hurricane and Ezra. We're gonna see what happens too. So for the Yellowstone wolves right now, which is gonna be this pack, every time we do a new litter, I will leave it up to the supporter Discord to choose which map that we play on. So we might switch back and forth. It's easier to leave that decision up to the supporter Discord because I have to make that choice before I load into the new game. But if you want to be able to be in on that decision, it is open to all Twitch supporters, whether you're a Prime sub or a normal sub, as well as to everyone who supports on Patreon or as a YouTube channel member. But yeah, so every time we do a new season with Hurricane, we'll be picking between maps, and so she might move back and forth, she might stay on one. That's totally going to be up to you guys. Of course, Ezra can't really move between maps because he's off in Lost River, so he's just going to be staying on that map. So we'll be switching off between each litter here, and that'll hopefully give us more time to run the air pulls as well, which I probably need to work on. I don't remember if we've had any for Hurricane yet, so we'll have to go ahead and set those up, but we do have 3 of them. Or 3 puppies this time around. Did we update the designations? We did. All right. You remember the team saying the mates move the pups in the den, they plan on following you now? Yeah, I think that is what happened. It looked like it was. Goodness sakes alive, we are very hurt. Holy heck. All right. I guess we're gonna just kind of sleep then, because I don't really want to deal with this. But yeah, I think that was what happened, because when we came back, they were making their way very slowly back to the den. And so I think... Oh, Typhoon! You didn't eat very much. I guess we left before he really could eat. But it's okay. The pups don't need feeding, so we'll have plenty of food. But yeah, they are still wobbly. They stay wobbly, I think, for like... usually half-ish a day. Sometimes if you're away the whole day and then come back, they won't be wobbly anymore. But they stay wobbly for just a little bit. Yeah, it depends on how long you're away or not. Oh, little babies. But yeah, so I think that was what happened, is he did woof them in the den and then left, but they just took their sweet time in getting there. Ominous music. I don't know. I think it was normal music for the most part. The wobbly babies stress you out because no one's making the den in a timely fashion during predator attacks. I don't know if predators do attack while the pups are still wobbly. Usually it takes them a little bit to actually find the den. So I don't know if they usually are supposed to show up while the pups are like that still. I've never had an attack at that, at least. But yeah, we do have a little bit of a stormy theme going, but you're not obligated to send in names that match that. We'll just be voting on whatever you guys feel fits them the best. And that could be staying on theme, or that could be deviating. It's whatever you guys most feel like. I think we're good. We're full on health. Typhoon's pretty close to full on health. I think we're all right. My favorite den attack that happens if I had to choose. That's a good question. Probably cougars. Usually I don't have too difficult of a time with cougars. I feel like I've had at least one painfully dramatic attack with both coyotes and stranger wolves where one of them just ran in and killed a pup, and there was very little I could do about it because they were just there. Especially with the coyotes, there's kind of an infamous one. Bears are just scary. Bears are scary all around, especially after Maple's quest. Bears terrify me, and eagles are a pain in the butt. I think the eagles have the record for the number of pups killed. So cougars are probably my favorite by proxy. They're still kind of a pain in the tail to deal with, but yeah. Oh yeah, there are dogs too. Have we ever seen a dog attack? I'm not convinced that Ezra's ever seen a dog attack. I don't think. Yeah, and I don't think Crow did either. I don't think we've ever seen a dog attack. I don't think they're super common, but I guess we'll see on our Lost River runs. We'll be going back to Vixie's story probably after we finish with Tempest, not Elements Pack, Wayfinder's Tempest. But after we finish the Tempest run, we'll probably go back to Vixie, and we will be. I want to try to start doing more WolfQuest series again. I'm kind of just easing back into YouTube after taking a little bit of a break earlier in the year. So we will be returning to that as well. We'll probably have Cassia's story come back next. After we finish, that'll probably start up fairly soon. So, but I am also trying to introduce more content of other varieties, and so my YouTube's gonna look a little bit different from what it used to. Not that I don't like playing WolfQuest, but it was like I enjoyed playing mostly WolfQuest. However, there was a lot of other stuff that I also wanted to explore, and so then I had very limited time and energy to do that. So for as much as I do love WolfQuest, I really want to try to branch out into different kinds of content and different games, both on the animals and nature spectrum, and also probably more of like, you know, the pet-centric kind of RPG ones. Like we've been playing Castaway, which is this weird little old Flash game that I used to play when I was a teenager. But that one's kind of a pet-centric RPG, and there's a few others in that variety that we may take a look at on YouTube. So we'll probably kind of expand into that niche a little bit too. But I just kind of wanted to try different. I guess technically Ark is like a it's survival more than RPG, but still it's pretty pet centric. So we'll still be keeping the focus on animals and nature, be that wild animals or tame ones, but it's not just gonna be the survival simulators that I usually play. We're gonna be kind of experimenting a little bit more, and then sometimes some stuff that's a little bit further outside of that, but still relevant to the general category, like Wandering Village. And speaking of Wandering Village, we will be having a Wandering Village stream at some point. Unfortunately, we had some scheduling issues last Saturday, so we didn't actually get to play that the way that I was thinking about it, but we're going to be coming back to it at some point here because I have a couple of keys to give away for it. So if you are interested in that, make sure to check it out. Wandering Village also has some really fun Twitch integration, so you guys will get to either make my life easier or harder depending on how you guys feel that particular day. We'll see, but there's a lot of new content to explore in that update as well. So I don't know when that'll be scheduled. For now, just keep an eye out on my YouTube community page, and of course, make sure to follow here on Twitch so that you can see when that goes on the schedule. I will be adding it back to the schedule. I know how to add it and then take it off, but we'll be putting that back on when we have it scheduled, and hopefully this time nothing comes up last minute. I really wish that Twitch had like a text message kind of feature where I could just notify everybody, because it's always a pain in the butt when something like that happens, because I don't really have a way of telling people that, hey, sorry, we're not streaming last minute, or hey, this got rescheduled to this date. So I kind of wish that they would add something like that. I don't think anybody at Twitch is aware of my content, so they'll probably not hear this, but if they ever do, that would be a really nice feature to have so that I could tell people what's going on. Typhoon has a hair. He just yoinked that. But yeah, that'll be rescheduled sometime, TBD. We'll have to see what scheduling looks like for the near term, but hopefully it won't be that far out. Oh no! Yeah, the sickness in this game can be really rough, in that those final percents are often pretty dramatic, whether it be a last-minute recovery. Uh-oh. WolfQuest? Oh dear. Okay, we're good. What in the world? WolfQuest never crashes on me. I got so scared for a second. We're okay. Oh my goodness. Either that or maybe it was my computer. Maybe I gotta restart this thing. What in the world? Alright, that's the heart attack of the day, I guess. Yeah, pet-based RPGs are very fun. Yeah, Pokemon is kind of the quintessential one in that. Amazingly, I still have to play Pokemon. I've never really managed to play Pokemon. Not in any official capacity. I played a couple of, like, fan remakes and stuff. I really like the concept of it, but I've not managed to play, like, an official mainstream Pokemon game. Still gotta change that. Hello, welcome to the stream. Let's see. Oh boy, yeah, Wandering Village with the hostility modifiers. I did get those unlocked so that we can use those for the stream, but I haven't done anything with them yet, and I'm kind of scared to try because they all look super intimidating. But I figured I'd let you guys pick which ones you want for that, so whenever that stream happens, I'll give you guys the option to participate. I don't know if I'll do, I think I can set up the game here on Twitch. But if you guys want to discuss that in the sub-server as well, you're totally welcome to. If all else fails, I'll draw from that. And we'll see. You guys, like I said, will get the chance to make my life easier or make my life harder. Depending on how this goes. Hello, Coyote. Lag spike. Yeah, I don't know why. It just, like, straight up froze on me for a second there. Which usually does not happen. But I guess it just decided it was going to be chugging for a second there. You heard about the new wildlife game called The Primal Earth? Yes, I've been following that one, actually. I am curious how much they're going to do with the single-player mode. A lot of the games in the big online multiplayer genre are kind of hard for me to play because there's so much unfettered shenanigans that can go on in public games, and also they're a lot less engaging, I found, if you don't have a solid group of people to play with. And as much as I do love the collaborations that I've done with the IU squad, trying to get everybody in the same place at the same time for any significant period of time is like herding cats, and we already have some fun plans going on. So might check it out at some point, but I don't know what that's going to look like. It depends on how much they do with single player, because that tends to be more reliable. And as for the fun things that we have planned with IU, you guys will have to see, because we've got some stuff going on behind the scenes that'll be coming up at some point. Maybe not super near term, but we've had a lot of things that we've been discussing lately that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. WolfQuest has been doing that to you every so often since the update and you're on Steam Deck. Oh boy, I hope that there's not something kind of funky going on then. If you see stuff like that too, generally, and I'm gonna say that, and I didn't do that because I thought it was my computer, but yeah, if you're noticing a repeating trend of lag spikes, definitely make sure you report that, and if it happens again, I will send in mine as well, because, Maybe it not just be my computer. Maybe it do not be. Every once in a while, sometimes something breaks in ways that you don't expect it to. That's why your wolf kept walking in place. Uh-oh. Alright, there could be something going on then. So hopefully it's not a big issue. But yeah, Primal Earth does seem very cool. I am quite impressed with the animations, and if there's significant single-player content, then I'll probably check it out. If it's mostly multiplayer, I'll have to see, because it kind of depends on who I can get to check it out with me. Shift run, then crouch. Shift run, and then crouch. Hang on. Oh my gosh. What? Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Oh my goodness. Oh, that didn't work so well. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness sakes. I have never seen that before. That's very funny. I guess the deceleration is a thing. Crouch animation is sped up from conserving speed from the sprite. Yeah, it just animates very fast as the wolf slows down. That's really funny. Typhoon likes the tappy paws. I'll see you later. Thank you for joining us, Savarni. Oh my goodness. Wow. That is very amusing. Alright, let's see. I wanted to mark this territory. I was trying to figure out where to put the scent. Okay, right down here-ish. So I always wildly overestimate how far I need to turn, and then I turn too far, and then I stand there just shuffling back and forth. I guess I could just look at the compass to gauge my turns, but for some reason then I don't, and then I just have the same ongoing ongoing pattern of doing this over and over. I feel bad because people will often suggest like more convenient ways of doing things, but the problem is that I have the old ways so ingrained. Like, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I learned things a certain way, and unlearning them and relearning them oftentimes would take way more effort than it would save me. So I feel bad because every time a new feature comes out that is very time-saving, like the darn emote wheel. I was hearing about the darn emote wheel for months, and like the emote keys. Because you can, okay, well, Typhoon's gonna go home now. You can use your emotes like that, but as you can see, I have no idea what my different ones are bound to, and so I just forget which one does what, and then I do something like this, so it's easier for me to just toggle like this. But I feel bad because anytime I explain that, guaranteed there's somebody who's not gonna see the explanation, who's gonna be like, hey Jay, did you know? And that's kind of just the curse of being on YouTube, because no matter how many times you say something, there's always going to be somebody who starts watching after the fact or doesn't hear you say it. It just, there's no way to have 100% coverage on letting people know, and then the tips come in forever. And like, I do appreciate the thought, but there was like one point in time when I swear half of my comment section was, hey Jay, did you know about the emote wheel? And I was just like, yes, I do. I do. So, I do appreciate the thought. I appreciate everybody who is trying to help me improve my gameplay. Sometimes it is helpful, and I do appreciate that, and sometimes it's just a case of I learned things a certain way and I don't have the brain space to try to relearn them differently. Hurricane parkouring off the boulder, yep indeed. When you have post-its on your monitor to remind you of keybinds. That's not a bad idea, and I feel that because I am so bad at remembering what the keybinds are. Yeah, it's left. Yeah, it is left to right, but like, can I tell you what's left to right on my emote wheel? Well, we just learned that woof is on the far left. The only reason I know that is because I just did it. But I would not be able to tell you this order off the top of my head. So that therein lies the issue for me. I guess, well, Typhoon is heading back. How is he doing? He's at 74. He'll be fine. I'll go ahead and go get some food over here. Haven't changed your keybinds in like 3 years, so you're pretty well memorized. That's fair. When I switched computers, because right before I moved, my old computer finally kicked the bucket. When I switched computers, I didn't get my emotes right in quite the right order, and so I kept hitting the wrong emote on the wheel because I couldn't remember the exact order they were in, and I had so much built-up muscle memory that I just kept instinctively defaulting. I don't remember which ones I was getting switched. It was something in this general area, and I kept hitting the one that was not right. Oh yeah, I should probably get rid of this one and put Bark on here somewhere, because these two are important for the pups. This one's important for the mate. These are just useful emotes to have. I guess I could get rid of Confident Tail, but I kind of like Confident Tail. I mean, it's fun flavor, even if it's not the most efficient thing in the world. Yeah, Rollover is also cute. Some of them are kind of redundant, but I also feel like using them all gives quite a lot of personality. Oh goodness, they're no longer wobbly and they're running off into the distance. Oh boy. Oh goodness, puppies. You three are gonna keep me on my toes, aren't you? Gotta get the affinity up before bed. Can have up to 7. Yeah, we have 7 already is the problem. We've already completely filled that up. Alright, let's see. I think they probably won't need to eat all that much, so we can just focus on raising the affinity. I don't know if the predators have found this place just yet, but they might. So we gotta be a little bit vigilant here. Confident Tail is good to help intimidate strange wolves in fights, at least. Yeah, I also use it a lot for emoting, just like... Yeah, I use it a lot at the end of fights, I've noticed, and during them some as well. I think that's one thing that I kind of tried to incorporate into my gameplay style, is I try to do a variety of emotes as I'm playing, so, like, I feel like that gives... I feel like that adds some character and personality and interest to it, which is... You know, when you're doing YouTube, you're basically an actor. You want your performance to have a lot of personality to it. And I find that it's a good part of that, even outside of, like, multiplayer. But I'm not very good at switching between the menus logically. I don't parse information that fast. So whatever I use on my favorites menu, that's usually it. But I think we're gonna go ahead. We'll sleep. Yep. I think we're good. Oh yeah, I forgot how much of a rut 5F is. But yeah, I think we're okay. We'll go ahead and sleep. Oh, right, because of controller you have growl on there as well. Yeah, controller has fewer buttons to work with, so that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that makes sense that the emote wheel is important for the because it's the only option for controller. Let's see. Head, do a couple of howls while we're here, I think. The name is Tree, thought it was Rock. Oh, I'm pretty sure we did have Rock at one point as well. To be fair, that sounds very much like something you guys would name it in. I mean that in a good way, but there's a certain level of memeage that is common to this group. Rock was Puma's den. Yeah, I had a feeling. You know, so if you howl at the den, if it dings like it just reached 100%, that means an attack is about to happen. Yeah, that's... Okay, first off, I see you dropping that territory. Hey, but yeah, that's can be a good indicator, because that can mean that stranger wolves are sneaking around. Ooh, boy, we might be about to get jumped. I just want these guys to eat a little bit. Wasn't one of Puma's den or time at home or something in parking garage? Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of those. I'm pretty sure all of the above are accurate at one point. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Yeah, Puma did have some very fun names. Oh, Typhoon's just chilling over there. I just kind of want to keep these guys well fed because we're going to sleep a 3rd time here. We're going to lose that 1 hex. They are absolutely gonna yoink that, aren't they? Alright, let's go ahead. We'll sleep again, just until morning. Not that I don't like nighttime. I do like nighttime in this game, but it does not show up well on YouTube. Alright. Back in the den with y'all. Anybody here to cause problems? Not really. Okay. Let's head up. in the correct direction? Yes, I think mostly. Let's head out. Good name for a den near upon the local swimming pool. Yeah, we don't have that many puppy names. We have like the bare minimum that we need right now. My favorite track's the nighttime mule deer hunting track. Yes. WolfQuest has some darn good music, but some of it you don't hear all that often. I also feel like I almost never see the auroras in this game. I think I've seen them like twice. I saw one when they were first released, and then I saw one with Arcturus at the cattle ranch. And then I've not seen them apart from that, and I think part of it is because I usually don't play at night. At some point it would be kind of fun to have a challenge to play entirely at night again, kind of pay homage to Night and the Pack of Moonlight. But, and that would be, mostly, I should say, it's not that playing at night by itself it's difficult, it's switching back and forth can be difficult because I have to do some special color correction on YouTube, and on stream you guys just get to live with it. Whatever it is. But I have to do color correction for YouTube. So if I can apply that color correction 100% of the time, then it's not a big deal. I can just slap a track over the entire video. But yeah, switching back and forth can be a challenge. That's the technical reason why I will usually play exclusively or primarily in daytime, and then unless it's something very specific like the cattle ranch, I don't play a lot at night. It just technically poses a few issues that are not present during the daytime. Ooh, I didn't know you could do color correction in OBS. I don't know how dynamic it is. It would be the problem if I'd have to sit and turn it on and off, but it would be cool to do another, nighttime playthrough. We will see. There is one wolf who may end up playing quite a lot at night. Again, ironically, due to the cattle ranch. There's one wolf whose story we may explore. Haha! Yes, Rescue Creek, I knew you were stealing this place. Where's my scent post? Did you pee on it? No, you haven't yet. I can turn it on and off by switching scenes. Okay, that might work. I don't know if I'll remember to switch scenes. But, yeah, stranger danger indeed. Alright, I wonder if they're poking around in here or not. I guess we'll head in this direction, see if we can find an elk to snag and some stranger wolves to throw down with. Chat will remind me. That's also very true. Alright, we've got our elk herd right here. Oh, is anybody going to turn around? You're not. One of these two probably will. Or they'll just run me over. That's great. Love to see it. Ah, this one will. Alright. Down you go, Spike Elk. Just gotta watch that we don't run out of stamina, which is the problem we were having the last time. Nope, that was extremely easy. Okay. Strangers trespassing indeed. Bite, bite, bite. Alright. The spike elk actually get as weak as the cow elk do, pretty much. I've encountered quite a few pretty weak ones during the springtime. They're pretty much just as viable. Even the bull elk do drop quite a lot, and the pronghorn also dropped quite a lot in springtime. Did we mark this? We did. I've seen weaker ones. Yeah, it was very convenient for sure. But yeah, I think they can have the same spectrum of health pretty much. They're fairly comparable to the cow elk. I think they're a little bit stronger, but they're pretty comparable in most ways. And that includes the that includes the low health in springtime. Head back over this way, I think. And we'll probably name the pups. We can spend this afternoon naming the pups because we have quite a bit of energy and we're not likely to have predator attacks. Well, we might be. I don't know if we're still not likely to have predator attacks. But yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. So if you want to send in names now, it's going to be pretty much your last chance to do that here. I have enough names for each one. We could use 1 or 2 more male names. Yeah. So I think we have the bare minimum, which would cover 2 names per pup. However, we can do up to 5 per, so if you guys have name ideas, now's a good chance to send those in. Went to have a spike tripped and it was almost dead and you only had to bite it twice. Wow. Oh, is it locked to 1 suggestion per person? We could probably change that to 2. A wolf that ate exclusively bull elk and found one that literally died on the first test bite. Wow, I wonder what the odds of that are. That has got to be pretty fortunate. Get out. You have a lot of children. Do you have more children than me? Hold on. Ah! Okay, maybe we don't antagonize the mother bear. After the crouch bug, you had another idea. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, we can bump it back up to 2 if we want to. Sometimes it's a little hard to predict how many names we're gonna get. It kind of just depends on the day, and I maybe didn't announce that we were returning to streams very well this time around. So let's see here. I think we're almost back. Your big break, not a lot of people are here. Yeah, well, we kind of came back for 1 week and then went on vacation immediately again because I've had a busy summer. I had my family came up to visit for a little bit, which was really nice. I'm glad I got to see them, but took a little bit of time off from streaming so that I could spend more time with them. So let's see. Go ahead and give them some food here. And then we'll probably go ahead and feed them, or name them after we spend a little time playing with them. I did notice 7M was a little slower to go in the den, but we generally name these guys before their personalities have a huge chance to show, at least here on the stream. Oh my goodness, Hurricane's snout just flipped through his face. That was a little terrifying. Oh my goodness. All right. Alright, I think we've got this full. It's been so quiet, and that always makes me a little bit nervous, because I always feel like something's about to go to utter chaos. So, let's see. They also look, are they like identical triplets pretty much? Or not quite identical because we have 2 males and 1 female. But coat color, yeah, I think they're identical. They have pretty much the exact same look. Oh, they're so cute. Let's see. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and name them now. Just kind of trying to give a little bit of time for different names to come in. But I think we'll go ahead and we will close that momentarily. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and set some stuff up behind the scenes here, so I will be just a moment. But, oh. Just kind of looking around, I guess. We'll go ahead and pause here momentarily, and then we'll name these guys. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, y'all. Thank you for your patience. Let's go ahead and we will jump back in and do our names here. So we have 2 males and 1 female. I guess we'll start in order, so we'll start with our female names first. So let's go ahead, we will pause. And this is 5F here. This is what she looks like. I will pause on her here while I go ahead and run the poll. Let's see here. Oh my goodness, Twitch changed all my icons, so give me a second to figure this out. That's not it, hang on. Love it when I have no idea what's happening anymore on Twitch. Alright, go do this the old-fashioned way and get the names up. Let's see here. Here we go, I think. Alright. We're good. Yes, she is a real cutie. Yeah, I do love the way that WolfQuest did the babies. They are very, very cute. Okay, let's see. So let's go ahead. We will do... Alright, I think. And I think that should be good. Go ahead and we will start the poll. Sorry to everyone on YouTube. I don't want to like cut out the entire process here. I hope this isn't too weird to watch. If you want to see it live and be able to participate in it happening, you can always drop a follow at twitch.tv/jzx535. They have the chance to join in, submit names, and participate live in the polls that we're running here, like the one we're doing right now, to name 5F. All the names here are sent in and selected by the community. I don't actually really have a hand in it besides setting up the polls for it. So the Twitch streams are a lot more user-driven than even YouTube is. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, that's... I hope this doesn't come across as too weird on the on the replays. All right, let's see. Oh my goodness. Yeah, very good names once again this time, and it looks like the one you guys have chosen for 5F is gonna be Soul. So her name now will be Soul. There we go. So we have Soul 5F. I think she is a runt. Very much looks like it. Oh, she's very cute. Alright, next up we have 6M. I think they all look identical. I'm trying to get this boy to poke his head out of the grass. Oh, there we go. This is a pretty good angle here. Let's go ahead and we'll do a second poll here. And we will do... So this is 6M, I believe. Yep, 6M. Oops, let's go here. There we go. That's a better view. 6M. And for this one, we'll go ahead and do these two names. There we go. There's not... They really are just identical. They all have the same coat, which is very, very cute, but also very, very funny. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what adult coats they get, how much deviation there is, or if they're all going to be very similar in that regard. We do have two gray coats, as noted earlier. Both Hurricane, even though she has a pretty dark coat, it is still a gray coat. And Typhoon, of course, has a gray coat. So not as many options possible there. Very handsome lad indeed. Yeah, I think there is a Pokemon move called Rain Dance. That was one of the names that we got. They do look like mini typhoons. Oh, Cielo is sky in Spanish. Is that right? Ah, that would explain why it's familiar. I did a little bit. Well, Spanish was the language that I took when I did high school, and I would not have called myself fluent in... Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and we'll name him Stratus. But yeah, I wouldn't call myself fluent in Stratus, but I had a somewhat passable status. That's not right. Stratus. I had a somewhat passable knowledge of Spanish back in those days. I'm not sure I still could now, but anyway, this is Stratus. And, oh, he's howling. Finally, last but not least, sitting very calmly by this little sapling here, we have 7M. We'll go ahead and do a poll to name him as well. Let's see. ahead and start the poll. All right. Thank you to everyone who sent in name suggestions. Once again, as always, we really enjoy being able to do this, and I'm glad you guys are having fun with participating. Again, very, very good name suggestions this time around. And always, honestly. You guys always have very creative ideas. You speak Spanish natively, that's awesome. Yeah, it definitely... I think foreign language is important. I'm not always I wasn't very good. I feel like I wasn't very good with, I don't know. I ended up knowing bits and pieces of a lot of random hecking languages, from Spanish to Russian. At one point I knew just a few words in Chinese. At one point I was trying to learn French very briefly. I don't know, I bounced around from different languages, but it's certainly a helpful skill to have when it comes to communicating. And we're gonna go ahead and name this lad Twister. So, indeed. Let's see. Go. Alright. Yeah, Twister's a very good name, very on brand as well. Oops, I have to cycle back to Hurricane to be able to move. Learn Japanese and American Sign Language for a little while. Ooh, Sign Language is another one that is super helpful. It's something that I kind of, I don't know, like, I go back and forth. I saw something moving over there. I go back and forth because I haven't, like, I feel like I would need a lot of concerted time to commit to learning language, and I don't know that I always have that time. But sign language is another one that's really helpful to learn, and very broadly applicable as well. I think it's just a really good. I mean, not that there's a bad language to learn, but I think that one's one that has a lot of good use and a lot of good. There's a lot of good applications for it in American society, at least. Lots of very close victories. That's valid. Yeah, I will admit the other thing that... Heck off! Get out of here! Get out of here! Stop it. Leave. Be gone. Are my babies? My babies are not. Stratus? Okay, good. Stratus did not go in the den very quickly at all there, but we're fine, we're good. The other thing that scares me about sign language is that it can be very, very precise, and I distinctly remember an incident when I was in children's choir at my church growing up, where we thought it'd be fun to have the kids do sign language to the lyrics, and it was a very cool idea. Except we didn't learn quite the right, hand sign. And we were informed politely after the performance that what we thought we were signing was not what we were signing. And it meant the choir had given a rather unfortunate message. So that's the other thing that intimidates me a little bit about sign language. So I don't necessarily trust myself to have the precision to pull it off super well and not accidentally say something mildly objectionable. So, yeah. Oh yeah, I absolutely think it should be included as a foreign language option if resources are available, though, because it is its own language. And it is, I think, a very important one. It's one that's, again, like, I think foreign language is important. I know not everyone's gonna learn a full one, but I think there's a lot of utility in learning it because it broadens your ability to communicate with people, and so depending on where you are, what communities you live by, there's a lot to be said for learning a language that'll enable you to communicate with more people. So, Aww. Yeah, the short song. Oh, I have seen this exact short. I know exactly which one you're talking about. But actor is supposed to say, "After the storm again, I see a calm sea," but he said, "After the storm again, I see a weasel." Yeah, that's the kind of mistake that I live in fear of making if I learn foreign language. I don't know. It's probably not something that should put me off from learning a foreign language, and it really isn't. Again, it's just more the time commitment. There's been so many things happening in my life, but it is something that I would love to do if I had the opportunity. Again, I think it is very good thing to be able to learn if you're in a place where you can do it. But I think we're gonna go ahead. We'll wrap this up. Sorry about how strange that last conversation. Oh my goodness, Stratus is gone. He's just disappearing. But yeah. Anyway, hopefully that last conversation wasn't too weird. I feel like I was struggling to articulate my words even in English. But we're gonna go ahead and leave this off here, I think, because it is getting to be about that time again. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, and to drop a follow at twitch.tv/jzx535 so you can see when we're next going live. But I will see you guys next time, and until then, this is Jay, over and out.